Namaste and welcome to class again. This is a very exciting week because it's a week where a series of alignment and a series of changes and the earth is becoming more tangible, starting with the weather. I know it feels very freezing right now in Canada, but underneath is just things are changing, are maturing, are calling for a new way of perception. So the earth is breathing in. So great news. So today's class is about the Trinity of communication. And in communication, we definitely are pointing towards our throat center. We are pointing on the chakra of the throat. We are pointing towards the vertebrae that unite the head and the body. We're pointing towards our hands, how we communicate with our gestures. We're pointing towards the mind, how the senses, the five senses, perceive ourselves and the world, and how what is happening right now in the communication in the planet, right? Because we all must agree that communication is so fragmented. There is no one truth. There are many points of perceptions and points of frequency, some high, some low, some attacking, some neutral, some is all about how we are able to unite communication. And why the chaos? Why this is happening? And even though we may see it all as crazy or things are not at peace, well, is really looking for a new balance. And the word that comes often in everybody is about freedom. But really you don't know what is it that you're talking about. You project that is, I will be free if my parental figure, either the government or the bank or the teachers or friends or communities, etc., if my outside authority will change the rules so I will be safe and secure and I will be at peace. But it still is somebody taking care of you, and with that you ultimately are disempowering yourself by not activating that sense of self-guidance, right? And this is important to hold on, because if we are start communicating with that self-guidance, which all of us are embedded in that incredible magnetic force relying in the heart that is always inspiring you to do things that cross the limits, that are unlimited. So that communication is threatening because it's always giving you a place that you need to cross your limitations, your comfort zones. And the comfort zones is somebody tell me what to do and I will do it. And I cannot trust my self-guidance because, number one, it works out of time. It doesn't have a linear thing. Like, okay, first you do this, and second you do this, and third you do that. That is for children. That is for technicians. That is for not organic evolution. The self-guidance is much more intelligent, and in that it looks chaotic for the mind, and that the ego and the mind resist. They say, no, 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 that's not a good plan. It's not a good plan. I have to do what I know. I have to do what is safe to me. But with that, then that self-betrayal, you are not igniting the inner communication, and you are projecting certain frustration, and you want to somebody free you, but of course nobody can do that for you. So in that throat center, a very interconnected way with your heart is the one that is communicating the vibration or the frequency of your higher self. With that higher self that is that you are obeying to it, you are living in a state of surrender. In that state of surrender, then everything comes your way, because a different kind of belief systems is being operating, and is more, I can create my reality. I know I have done and say this many years in many ways, but this is different. This time is different, because you are awakening more and more into rejecting authority. And you are awakening more and more in seeing that you are capable, that you are able to offer yourself your own matrix, your own desires. And that the senses, that's the other communication, that the senses, you're starting to see that they're not always accurate, and that it may trick you. And you start doubting your own opinions and your own limitations. And it's great. It's a great opportunity for the alignment of three things. Follow me in this. One is the alignment between the head and the body. That is the anatomy. The cervic vertebrates, all this part of your resonance cage is changing, because you want to speak more from the heart. You want to communicate more from the heart. So the ones that were walking like this with the head down, they are start to look around, to have at least 180 degrees vision of what is going on around. The second alignment, and that's in conjunction of what your last week homework was, is where you're going, towards you're going. So you're using the template of the 12 signs of the zodiac to see your axis of South Pole and North Pole, and see what is the direction your trajectory is. It's not only for this life. It can take a few incarnations for you to completely experience and integrate and transcend and be part of that truth that you are proposing to yourself. But you need to communicate with that. You need to tell yourself where is it you are going, what is it that you're letting go, and what is it that you are interested in the direction, right? So once that kind of secret that is inside, you start communicating, and with communication, clarity comes and direction comes. So it's the platform for your third alignment, which is the alignment is I know where I'm going, I know who I am, and I know where I am. So this is so fundamental. Sometimes I ask myself as a teacher, what is that the student need in order need to know in order to get free? What is the thing that they need the most? And it never comes with one thing. it comes as a package that results in one thing. That one thing is relax, surrender, let go, let it be. But it has to be with the understanding and application of 7 things. The first one is, where is it you're coming from? What is your past as an earth race? What is your past? What is that, all the information that earth have for you, all the different civilizations, all the different incarnations, where you come from? And that no communication, because of the amnesia, the natural amnesia of, okay, you go to earth and you will not know what is your experiment, you have to figure it out, it's part of the plan. But once you are seeing that, oh, this is what it happens on earth, and this is the planet I live, and this is the rules of this planet, right? I cannot cheat the 3D. I am in 3D. I need to eat. I need to, I may very in the back of my subconscious will say, okay, I need to eat. Who is going to eat me? Am I safe? And where I can rest, So the thriving come as well with that sense of how I reproduce, how I create, right? So we have talked about that, but is so fundamental that you know your ancestries, you know not only the ancestors of blood, but your ancestors as a race. What did it happen? Where it come from? We have talked and studied about that. The second thing is, you must move out of the dual thinking and accept the polarity. So that realignment or communication that, okay, I am in a planet that is dual, or it has polarities, day and night, male, female, 2 strands of DNA, etc. It's all in 2, and it's linear. It can make you so linear, just one pointed flat thing that is just like no frequency that moves. It's just parallel waves that it just go and they don't touch, right? So that is one way of perception, that you need to communicate and transcend that kind of pull and push, and find the center and see that in the moment you are in the center, you start understanding more your own power. You start understanding that, oh, I can create this, and I can put this together, and I can make my own rules without hurting anybody. I don't need to bound to governments and the schools or outside wisdom. I have the resources. I have my own will. I have my own power. And in that communication, your ancestries and the dual way of thinking start to form a more stable geometry within you. All the organs start to work better. You start having more upliftment, more believing in you. And that, again, we come back to crossing your limits. Crossing your limits, because in this planet it's all about limitations, impose limitations, impose ideals, impose even experience. We experience always the same kind of thing. It's nothing fresh, new, etc. So we cross the limitations and we arrive into the potential or the emptiness of the heart. And in that communication, you have to deal with surrender. You have to form interconnection, intimate interconnection with your higher self. That again is you, a little bit more wise, a little bit more embracing, that have a very strong sense of guidance. So it's in that moment where you arrive into the pure communication. It's not only a trinity, but you start communicating with what is real. You start having data that sustain that, what is real, what is untruth, what my mind tells me, what others told me that I am believing. And in that communication you start finding freedom. The first stage of freedom, you know about yourself. The freedom is by knowing. It's not about doing things that you feel you need to do. It have nothing to do with that. The freedom relies in knowing your own capability and expansion, that you are an incredible creator that is waiting to see itself. It's in that then that you fulfill the desire of the one. Because remember, the one, it just wants to see itself. But it's through that communication, it's that through that exchange, through that feedback of I know I am, I know I can be, I know I can embody, I know I can create. And that I know I am is the acts of the Spirit. That is the central channel that puts you into the pure laws of vibration. Your anatomy will change, your soul trajectory will change, your relationship with your eternal self will change. It's not anymore, the God up there. It's you. You are the God. You are the creator in a matrix of multiple millions of creators through the cosmos. Right? It's not like you are the one. It's everyone is the one. So with that communication, you are in everybody. It's clear for you, that communication. And it's clear that if not everybody is free, you cannot be. You cannot be free if the others don't know themselves. If the others don't realize that they are in the same matrix. They are points in the great tapestry of creation. They are threads of vibration, of frequencies that forms the different colors, that forms the different expressions. So, I'll see you in meditation class. Namaste.